My name is Don Smith. That's Don with two N's. Now, I got to say something. I am going to challenge your belief systems. And what you believe to be true right now, I'm going to actually shatter in a couple of minutes. Yes, because that's what beliefs are. They're built on a concept or a belief of something. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about knowing. And so, how this process, this Iamdivinity instant and permanent transformation is different, is that after spending 41 years and 125,000 hours, I found out that's not how it's done. I was working on pieces, and you do not and cannot work on pieces of an ego, because the ego is going to survive whatever amount you leave it, 98% or 2%. And that's what's going on. And that's why you take these programs and you get your 24 and 48 hour high, and then they're gone. And they're gone because you're working on pieces. And the other pieces that you're doing it at an intellectual level, these programs that you're talking about, you're not good enough and you're not worthy and you're not deserving and having trouble with judgment and criticism. Why do you think that the phobia of public speaking is the most powerful one, the biggest one on the planet? Why? Because your identity is on the line when you are talking to people in public, and you're afraid to be criticized or judged at your identity level, because your identity at this time is externally referenced. That's why you're driven to succeed. You're driven to take another personal development program. You're driven to have the prettier wife or the more awesome husband or whatever. And those are externally referenced identities. And you're doing all of this externally. And I'm telling you, it's fear-based, and it can be gone in a nanosecond. That's how quickly. And we're talking about identifying who you truly are. Who you truly are as a being. And that's a knowing. Now, you cannot see that knowing with negative and positive beliefs. Now, keeping in mind, I'm talking about negative and positive beliefs. You are searching for more positive beliefs. Well, I'm telling you, your search is over. It is actually over by taking this process, because what you'll be finding is what you already have, which is your divinity. I'm not going to give you anything. You don't need anything. You just need a very powerful, quick way of dissolving all of your negative and positive beliefs of who you think you are. That's it. Now, you need to know something. As long as you've been doing this, it happened in 1 second. And you've been going through that process all of this time doing this process. And it's an externally referenced belief system. And so think about a phobia. No matter how many, and you men may say, oh, I don't have a phobia. Well, try failure. Try not good enough. Try criticism. Try judgment. You damn right you have it. And what this is about using that same system, using that same speed to reverse the process that you have honed over 20, 30, 40, and 50 years. Even 60. The most I've ever done is an 85-year-old. Yes! And it's all gone in hours. I worked with a guy on Monday, 2 hours start to finish. Worked with a guy on December 31st, 2 hours. He was finished. 100% of the results. The guy on December 31st had 2 days where he had negative thought, and the rest was not a negative thought. We're into the 3rd week of March. That's what I'm talking about. We're not only talking about how powerful this is and getting to the root, we're talking about eliminating it instantly. Now, I don't know how much money you've paid up until now for all these programs you've been taking. I know damn well that if you're driven, you've spent a lot. And that's not counting your flights and your car and hotel. That's just the program itself. Now I'm talking about one-shot deal where you get your instant transformation. 2 weeks later, you get the holding, and 2 weeks after that, you get the acceleration. And it's all together in one. And that's that one-on-one. Okay? Now, there's different levels of one-on-one, but that's the basic one. And I'm telling you, I worked with a guy just yesterday, a musician, an acclaimed musician. And he had 5 pages of programs running. Start to finish was 2 hours. Not one was left. Not one. Now, I don't know where you've been able to get that anywhere else. I know it's not out there. This is it. This is it. This Iamdivinity and the speed to do it instantly is it. And you're left with the knowing, and you automatically, without me pampering you or anything, do things automatically different. Your system gets more open. There's no more of these deals going sideways. There's no more of these relationships going sideways. There's none of that, because everything gets aligned the way it was meant to and the way it is meant to. And you get an opportunity right now, an incredibly small investment, to transform your life. Now, let me talk about just a couple of, other than the fact that it cost you this much time and this much money, let's talk on the other side about a couple of things that happened and how quickly they happened. I work with a CFO, okay? And he came out and we did the transformation in the afternoon. The next morning, said, "Don, you're not going to believe this." I said, "Lay it on me, bud. I want to hear it." He said, "Well, I had 4 contracts that I've been trying to secure now. 2 for 6 months, 1 for 9 months, and 1 for a year, with 0 result. A double 0 result." As we were having breakfast, he said, "Don, in 40 minutes this morning, I secured all 4 of them, worth in excess of $250 million US. Okay? Jerome McGinley, a hockey player. He had 2 goals 1/3 of the way into the season when he met me on November 29th. I worked with him one-on-one. That year, he won the Maurice Richard Trophy. Look it up. 2004. He won the Maurice Richard Trophy with most goals at 41 and took his Flames on his back in his divinity to within 2 games of winning the Stanley Cup. Now, what kind of results are those? Let's go with the quicker ones, even quicker ones. A multi-billionaire was in a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit, and he had authorized a check that morning to be written for $1.2 billion. And then he got the heebie-jeebie shakes and all of that, and oh my God, this is going to bankrupt us. And then he said, "I got to go." And there was 40 people in this room, lawyers on both sides and all that, 40 people. I was told this by the COO. And he said, "I got to go." And they said, "Where are you going?" "I'll be right back." He comes out and he calls me. Now, this is the on-demand program I'm talking about. This is not the one that you get on the one-on-one, but this is the one-on-one. And he calls me. That's what the one-on-one is about. I'm on standby. Told me what was going on. I said, "How much time do we have to change this?" He said, "I got to be back in the meeting in 8 minutes. I said, "Okay, you ready? Got all this?" "Yeah." 6 minutes later, we were done. Walked back into the meeting and said, "We're not doing it that way. We're doing it this way." That meeting saved him $615 million. Now tell me, does this have value? Damn right it does. It's the most value on the planet right now. Why? Because it's you. I'm getting to the core of you. And it's you that has the value. I just have created an awesome process where you can get that in hours. In a few hours. You can get rid of all of those relationship program patterns, all your physical symptoms, all of your financial systems, all of them gone that quickly. Like the guy, the update I got this morning from the guy yesterday, his first word in capital letters. Wow! This is what I did today, since yesterday. Okay? I'm not only talking about the transformation being instant, I'm talking about results being instant. Now, I'm not sure if you're tired. You're sick and tired paying one more for more programs that don't hold. Because this is the one, those have a strainer. You're trying to get a drink of water with a strainer. And those of you that are super elite, what you've done is you've got duct tape and taped up the strainer. And now it lasts 2 or 3 days instead of being gone that night. I'm talking about not having a strainer. I'm talking about downloading from the tap of the universe. Or as much as you want in whatever way you need it. And you can have that today. You just need to sign up with a couple of words. You need to be committed, and you need to surrender the old program, the ego program, and step into your I am divinity. And I know how you can do that. And all I need is those two things from you for this, all I'm saying, to happen for you.